Before we start, you need to understand that if you clicked on this video because you want to learn how to release water from a Japanese katana or hunt demons, this is not a video for you. But if you want a clear path out of the maze that is fiction, so that you can understand the martial arts, the training regimen, and even the philosophy behind this beautiful anime, this is for you. So come with me on this beautiful adventure. To the Demon Slayer Corp, it doesn't matter if you are a boy or a girl. Also for them, age doesn't translate in maturity. That's why you will find that all the Ashiras are very young. The only thing that counts is what you do in the battlefield, and of course, the respect that you display for the cause. Another philosophy that the Demon Slayer Corp preaches is that only the strong children shall be accepted and the weak ones will have to die. This is without a doubt a Spartan philosophy. Look at this example. In ancient Sparta, not all babies were given the chance to live. In order to create a fearless army, right after the baby was born, the father would take him to the elders and they would examine the baby. If the elders found any flaw, they would either kill the baby or leave him to starve and die alone. Going back to the anime, the final selection, more specifically, the forest, will serve the same purpose that the elders had in ancient Sparta, testing the kids. In this case, the trainers will take their newly born children, meaning the kids that finish the training, to be judged by the forest to see if they have any deformity, any flaw. If the forest finds any flaw, the child will be killed. But if the child proves to be worthy, the forest will allow her to see the sun again and be truly born as a child of Oyakata-sama. In regards to the training regimen, each Demon Slayer has its own trainer with his own philosophy and specific training. So to truly understand Tanjiro, we need to study Orokodaki. So let's go. Orokodaki training regimen is truly amazing because it includes steady progression, and in every activity, Orokodaki makes sure to include compound exercise movements. Just look at this. When Tanjiro makes his way down the mountain for the first time, although it was hard, it doesn't compare to the other times. Orokodaki doesn't try to kill him right away. He makes sure to increase the level of difficulty so that Tanjiro can evolve at a steady pace. On these descents, you can see that they are basically obstacle courses filled with compound movements, meaning that he is exercising multiple muscles at the same time. By doing this, Orokodaki makes sure that Tanjiro is improving his strength, his cardio, agility, and spatial awareness. But here's the catch. Orokodaki made Tanjiro do all this work on top of a mountain. Without knowing, Tanjiro was doing high altitude training, meaning that due to the high altitude and the lack of oxygen in his body, he was forced to release EPO that increased the red blood cells in order to help his body. So whenever Tanjiro is in normal altitude, he gets a boost, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is healthy doping. And also, Orokodaki makes Tanjiro do a lot of calisthenics in order to have full control of his body.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
You always listen to Orokodaki telling Tanjiro to be one with the water. This doesn't mean only to adapt to every situation. This is much deeper. This is Taoism. More specifically, Wu Wei. The art of trying without trying. But don't confuse this with laziness or procrastination. What Orokodaki is telling him is that he should cultivate his sprouts by identifying incipients of tendencies of desirable behaviors within himself and nurture and expand them until they are strong enough so that he can be on the flow and forget about trying and just let the values that he embraced carry him. Okay, to end the philosophy lesson. When Tanjiro had to cut the boulder, he was trying so hard, but he wasn't making no progress at all. He only cut through the boulder when he wasn't trying to cut it. It was when he saw the opening thread. Just a line. He executed a perfect movement. That's why Tanjiro is so creative. He goes with the flow every time, and this applies to his spirit that only gets bigger with time. The breathing is the pillar to every Demon Slayer. At first I thought that total breathing was just enhanced belly breathing, due to the fact that most of us do chest breathing, and instead of breathing through our nose, we use our mouth. But that was just part of the answer. In the anime you see that total breathing is a technique that enhances your ability. Something more deep than yoga, and I found my answer in the Shaolin temple. In there, some monks practice what is called Yin Jing Jing. This is a series of exercises coordinated with breathing, set to enhance physical health. They say that it will increase your inner strength and punching power by simply taking one breath. But they also say, although it sounds easy, it's not. It's very hard to do. For me, the Kagura dance was the show's peak. Tanjiro's father tells him that this dance allows him to dance without feeling cold and without getting tired, and this instantly brought to my mind Wim Hof. Wim Hof is a man that has climbed almost all the Mount Everest and all Kilimanjaro in his shorts, and it's amazing. Oh, and he also has done a marathon on a desert, and he justifies all this on his breathing techniques. For me, the Wim Hof method is the closest thing to the Kagura dance, and everybody should try it at least one time. To understand the sword fighting, we need to focus on the timeline of the anime. We know that the multi-armed demon was captured 47 years prior during the KO era of the Edo period, so the anime takes place in the first year of the Taisho era of the Meiji Restoration, and I cannot stress enough how important the Meiji period is. The Meiji period is what separates ancient martial arts from modern ones, and the modern martial arts finish with Do, Karate Do, Aikido, Taekwondo, etc. So since Orokodaki was born in the Edo period, he learned the ancient martial arts. So even though Tanjiro was born in the Meiji period, he learned the ancient martial arts. So let's see the first one. The first martial arts that we can see that Urokodaki taught Tanjiro is Kenjutsu, the martial art that is in the foundation of Kendo. You can see when Tobito spars with Tanjiro, he is using the Bokuto, a wooden sword used to train Kenjutsu. And we can go even deeper when talking about which style of Kenjutsu is being displayed. I truly think that we are seeing Hitori, meaning that Tanjiro uses his two hands to wield the katana. Also, don't forget that Kenjutsu allows you to understand the full potential of the katana. Another martial art that we know that Tanjiro learned is Yaijutsu, but nowadays you must be more familiar with the modern version, Yaido. Yaijutsu is the art of drawing and cutting with the katana. We know that Tanjiro knows Yaijutsu because of Gyu. Here you can see him performing what's called as the Chibori, an artistic movement that the samurai does after killing someone by taking the blood of the sword in an elegant way. So since we know that Gyu was trained by Urokodaki, we can assume that Tanjiro also learned Yaijutsu. When it comes down to the taijutsu, meaning the hand-to-hand combat, we are going to see which style was prevalent during this period and the masters that may have inspired the creators of the anime. So let's go. The first clue that helps us to figure out Tanjiro is Nezuko. When she attacks Tanjiro, she was like an animal, but after that, Nezuko displays a remarkable progress that makes me believe that Urokodaki taught her how to fight, and aside her crazy kicks boosted by the demon powers, you can see a clear style in Nezuko. You can see in her stance that the knee is slightly to the outside and the back foot is at a 45 degrees angle. When she punches, the elbows are tight to the side, and once it leaves the side it rolls 180 degrees. By now most of you figured it out. This is Karate Do, and the stance being displayed by Nezuko is called Zenkutsu Dashi, and the punch being thrown is known as Gyakutsuki. And Tanjiro has the same style, the same stance, and this is amazing. Just look at this. When he was being pressured by Inosuke, in order to defend himself, he goes into almost Kokutsu Dashi, that literally means moving back. You see that there is a straight line that goes heel to heel. This goes to show you the amount of detail that this anime have. But some of you must be asking, which style of Karate Do is being displayed? And this brings us to the man that brought Karate Do to Japan, Gichin Fukunochi, the father of Shotokan Karate Do. And don't forget that martial arts that finish with a Do tell us that they are more than fighting, that they are a way of living. There is not much grappling on the anime. In one of his training sessions, Tanjiro learns some truths, but we don't see them. But by taking a look at the timeline and the style that was and still is dominating Japan, we can speculate that that was Kanoryu Jujutsu. But nowadays it is known as Kodokan Judo, founded by Jigoro Kano, one of the most influential figures in all of Japan. He was the one that brought Gichin Fukunochi to Japan. And if you are interested in know more about ancient jiu-jitsu, you should go to Chadi's channel. He's an amazing channel that focuses only on grappling in general. And this is it, guys. This is the end of the video. As I said in the thumbnail, it will not be easy for those of you that want to fight like Tanjiro, but I hope at least I made the path a little bit clear. And as always, please, if you love this video, subscribe, leave a like, comment, share. And Inosuke fans, I haven't forgot about you. Inosuke will be for sure the next on the How to Fight series, so stay tuned.